Hi, and welcome to day 2 of this week's training. Dina Merby here, business and body balance coach. And this week we are going more regarding mindfulness, better understanding what is happening and how to create that connection between your body and your mind to truly move forward in your life according to your terms, to embody your best self every single day. So if you're joining in live, tell me hello right below. I'm just going to make sure everything is working out well, waiting until a few people join in. And as well, if you're joining the replay, hi there, and congrats on taking this time for you and joining in. Give me the hashtag replay so I know that you had time to actually catch up on this amazing training this week. So, this week's training is all about mindfulness. And on day 1, we tackled a little bit more better understanding why we have trouble being in the present moment is because we're sometimes like dragging the past with us. But we want to really create that mindfulness in the present moment by clearing the past, better understanding where we want to go. And this is really the best goal setting commitment. But as well, it's committing for a change. We all want to change, right? We all say, like, oh, Monday I'm going to start this, I want to do this, that, and the other, right? Humans, we have like a million one ideas that we want to kind of grow and create. But what happens very often is that we say that we want to do something, but we do not commit to it. And committing to it doesn't mean like spending 24 hours a day focusing on it, but deciding it is top of mind in your day to stay focused on it. Let's think about eating, for example. You need to eat 3 to 6 times a day. So we're not saying you need to plan your day and measure and cook and all this, but understanding if there's something that you feel you need to change with your eating, keeping it a top of mind thing. So whenever you are going and preparing something or cooking something or eating something, you bring back to light your decision that you did in the beginning of the week. So this is where commitment is bringing to light, bringing top of mind your goal to make sure you're always taking a step forward. But today I want to talk about something that is going beyond the mindfulness, right? We talked as well yesterday. There's a lot of amazing training, so go check it out. But let me make sure, as a client, make sure everything's okay here, and it is. Single day. Yes. So if you're joining in live, tell me. There you go. There's a bit of a delay with Facebook, so if ever you comment, give me some time and I'll get back to you. So I want to clarify a little bit what mindfulness is. And we talked a little bit about yesterday. But mindfulness is kind of creating clarity in your mind, being in the present moment, no matter what emotions and thoughts come up. Think of meditation. Meditation, you're kind of sitting with yourself in a calm environment, trying to quiet that monkey mind, right? But you might feel anxiety, you might feel emotions, you might have your to-do list that's popping up in your mind, and all these things can come up. But then what happens is that whenever you have an emotion happening, anxiety, it's a lot regarding your past story or your anxiety about the future that didn't happen yet, but you're anxious about it. And you have all these kind of habits in your brain saying, oh, you need to get up. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. You should be driving to work or this or that, right? So the brain ends up going crazy a little bit because we do have 70,000 thoughts per day and we want to try to quiet them down. But when you bring that mindfulness, I'm going to go deeper for you. So mindfulness, just to give you the true definition, so make sure I'm all nice and clean. It's the quality or state of being conscious, aware of something. It's a little bit vague for me. It's more a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. So it's a therapeutic technique. So this is the one that we're talking about. So it's really sitting with yourself. That's what mindfulness is. Sitting with yourself, seeing what emotions are coming up, what thoughts are coming up, and creating that clarity where you end up finding yourself in a void, in a quiet area without the emotions, without the thoughts. And this is when you actually connect to your true soul's purpose, which is in your heart. So mindfulness, it is a therapeutic technique. But as well, when you think like, okay, well, what do I do? What do I go and do beyond that mindfulness is bringing that center back to your heart. Heartfulness. To make sure that whatever decision you are doing, that you're moving forward, it's coming out of love and out of compassion. And not out of fear, anxiety, do's and not do's, and so on. So you want to bring that clarity, that moment of peace and quiet. Then you're going to see your mind really clearing up. This is where meditation is very important. And then sometimes putting your hands on your heart, and we're going to talk about that today. Bringing the mindfulness down to your heartfulness. Because in your heart, when there isn't that anxiety and that stress, this is where the true answer is, exactly to where you want to be in your life, in your health, and to embody your best self. And today, we really want to kind of bring in that acknowledgement of, let's bring in mindfulness. How can we create that clarity? But as well, realigning, right? Where you are to where you want to be. So let me just make sure there's a bit of a glitch. Give me a second. So tell me, what do you feel about that? What do you think about that? Mindfulness and then going beyond it, bringing your heartfulness, right? So in the day one, we talked about on a scaling system, right? The 7 pillars that we talked about. And sometimes we have all these ratings or these scales according to where our brain wants to be, where we should and shouldn't, beliefs, all these crazy things that come up in our brain. So I want you later on today to take that time to sit down, and I'm going to lead you now with a nice quiet meditation, and then re-look at that rating that you did yesterday. Re-look at the work that you did yesterday, not from a mental standpoint, but from the mindfulness and heartfulness standpoint. So whenever you want to kind of connect to yourself, right? Whenever you feel like something is misaligned, we do need to sit with ourselves, create that clarity of space or that moment of pause to see what thoughts are coming up. So the best way to actually go about it is to be sitting down in a nice quiet area, not lying down because you might actually take a nap. So just really sitting down in a very comfortable area. You can put some calming music, some dual tones music in the background, but nothing with lyrics because that might just mess up a little bit with your mind. But you want to find time to take your phone, put your timer on, and put your timer on for 5 minutes. And when you put your timer on for 5 minutes, I want you to kind of like sit there, put the timer on, and really just sitting down and focusing on your breath. One way to quiet down the mind is by repeating inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. And you might have ideas coming up. See them washing away like a wave. And just keep repeating inhale, exhale. You might feel something in your heart. You might feel some anxiety. You might feel a cramp. Who knows? Again, you focus on the inhale and the exhale. We just need to do this for 5 minutes. When you bring that clarity of always repeating in your mind, kind of like a mantra, an affirmation, inhale, exhale. And then when you see that you're feeling more comfortable in your body and there aren't all these thoughts popping up left and right, and you're able to do inhale, exhale, and then feeling like time is quieting down, then you can put your hand on your heart. And then you can go through the 7 pillars saying, what would I want my health and vitality to be? What do I want my career and business to be? What do I want my fun and my hobbies to be? What do I want my wealth and my finances to be? What do I want with my purpose and my impact to be? What do I want for my pixie dust to be? So there are those 7 pillars, right? And it doesn't mean you have to go through all those. But it'd be nice to look at all those 7 ones that we talked about yesterday and picking one that you want to focus on this week. So you take your phone, you put a timer, you keep repeating in your mind, inhale, exhale. Inhale, you have thoughts coming up, feelings coming up. Inhale, exhale. When you feel like the inhale, the exhale is kind of quieting down the mind, you're able to bring yourself in that present moment because you're in that present moment, which is connecting to your breath, the inhale and the exhale. When you feel like time is like standing still and it's quieting down, you put your hands on your heart and then you say, where do I want my health and vitality to be? Where do I want my health and vitality to be? And just focusing on that. And you're going to have things popping up, maybe imagery coming up, sounds coming up. You can even repeat that in your mind to really create a consensus. If you feel like your brain is a little bit everywhere, repeat it out loud. Where do I want my health and vitality to be? And when you're doing that energetic change of putting your hand on your heart, it really grounds you in a certain way to the true essence of you. Because your heart is really where your true answer lies. When we talk about chakra and yoga, in your heart and your solar plexus are all connected, right? And you really want to put your hands in your chest area and say, where do I want my health and vitality to be? When you keep repeating that, things are going to come up. You can even envision your future self answering back to you as if you're having a conversation. Now, you might have some negative thoughts coming in. Keep your hand on your heart and keep repeating. Where do I want my health and vitality to be? Where do I want my health and vitality to be? And this is when the timer goes off. You can continue if you feel good with it. Then you want to take a pen and paper and you want to journal what came up. When you're journaling what came up, it's actually connecting to your heart soul a little bit more like what we talked about yesterday in terms of your future self. So when you're able to connect to this one pillar and do one pillar at a time, it's going to create a lot of like amazing synergy with the other ones. When you end up taking that journaling and you write down what was mentioned, how do I want my health, I want to be like energized. I want to wake up happy. I want to wake up and my joints are not in pain. I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to be able to go jogging. I want to be able to bend forward and tie my shoelaces. I want to be able not to be out of breath when I'm walking up 3 flights of stairs. So there's going to be all these things coming up. And then you just write them down, right? So this is giving you a little bit more oomph about your future you. Because if you feel it, you can become it. But we need to put it down in writing. So when you look at your health and vitality, sit down and sit with one thing this week. Okay, you can do this on a weekly basis, figuring out every single different one of your pillars. It's not a race, it's a life transformation. So when you go to the health and vitality, you're like, okay, I don't want this. Then you need to write, what do I want, right? In a positive way. I want to be able to walk 3 flights of stairs and not being out of breath. I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to be able to go hiking. I want to be able to go swimming. I want to be able to wake up and jump out of bed. So it's like all these things. So then you're going to say, I want, right? After the I want, we want to go in a more proactive way. I am. You see how we're changing it? We're going from what I don't want to what I want to I am. Creating a more purposeful and powerful way of journaling. So then you say, I am walking up 3 flights of stairs easily. I am keeping up with my kids. I am bending down and tying my shoelaces. I am energized to go hiking. I am waking up happy and energized. And already creating that is creating this positivity as you're writing it, creates this positive energy inside of you. And when you get into this I am, then you go into that amazing part of how to go from misaligned to mindful on a daily basis. When you look the statements that you wrote that I am, I want you to brain dump what could be fun for you to create that, or better yet, the person that is doing all this, which is you, what did she do to get there? It's kind of like talking to your future self, but in the I am, like it's happening right now. So let's take, for example, and I talk about the 3 flights of stairs because I live on the 4th floor of my building. I can walk up and down, there's no problems. A lot of my friends are like out of breath by the 2nd floor. It's just, it happens. It's practice, right? I'm sure when I first moved in, I was out of breath, but the more I practice it, now I walk up and down like 4 or 5 times with my dogs. It becomes easy because I had no choice. I had to walk up 4 flights of stairs, no elevator. Had to walk up. So then when you go into that statement of like, I am walking up 3 flights of stairs, what do I need to do to get there? I need to practice every day. I need to maybe walk up 3 flights of stairs in my building before taking the elevator. Or I'm going to take stairs in the shopping mall, or I'm going to take the stairs when I'm at work. It's like, what can I do right here, right now, to already start creating that energy that I am walking up those 3 flights of stairs? Or it could be, oh, I want to hike. Okay, what can you do on a daily basis to get your body ready for hiking? I'm going to start walking every day. Somebody who's hiking, future me, which is current me who is hiking and feeling great, she's comfortable walking. She's comfortable with the hills. She has comfortable shoes and she gets it done. So you see where I'm going with this. You are creating a game plan according to what is realistic to you, not, well, maybe I should follow what my trainer told me or I should follow what this coach told me. No. You really want to maybe use past experiences that were helpful to you, but we're looking at it a positive way because going up 3 flights of stairs, anybody can do it. Hiking, anybody can do it. Bending down and tying your shoelaces, anybody can do it. The only thing blocking you from being able to become this embodied best self is that you're living from your past experiences saying, oh, who am I to change? Am I worthy? I can't do this. You know that negative pattern that can come in. But right now, when you brought kind of like that mindfulness practice, which is just through your breath, focusing on your inhale and your exhale. If there's ever other ones that you want to have, just comment right below. I'll send you some. My phone was ringing. That is all good. So you really want to bring kind of like that mindfulness, but then to your heartfulness. And then heartfulness, you say, if I have rating of 10 on 10 on my health and vitality, what would I be doing? How would my life change? How would it impact my life? Again, we're tuning in, but we're bringing it more proactive. What don't you want? What you want? Remember, what you don't want anymore? What you want? What you are? And what are 3 things for each of them to get you where you want to be? Proactive. Because to embody your best self, it is about releasing what no longer serves you, creating clarity right now, kind of like we're starting with a clean slate in a certain way, like a kid, all nice and fresh and excited. But we need to tap in your heart center to better understand, what do you want? Nobody can tell you what you want or what you deserve. Nobody can tell you what you can or cannot get. Okay? I've had so many comments growing up that I was not gonna get this, that, and the other. And I broke everybody else's rules, and here I am. Because when we decide that we are responsible for our life, it gives us our power back. Because the present moment, nobody can take that away from you. Your future hasn't happened yet. You can create and embody your best self as of today. You don't have to wait tomorrow. You don't have to wait till Monday. You don't have to wait until the next season. Today is your day to best embody yourself. And by creating this kind of change of energy of who are you, who do you want to be, this is where you end up listing the things that you enjoy to get you there, to make it happen today. So I am a hiker. Well, if I'm a hiker, that means I'm a walker. I'm going to walk every day. I can walk up 2 flights of stairs. That means I can walk flights of stairs. I'm walking flights of stairs every single day. I'm a balanced eater. I make sure I had a little bit of everything on my plate. I'm a hydrated person. Okay, I make sure I drink my water every day. So you see how we're creating that change from a positive perspective and not from an imposed perspective. And this is where mindfulness is very important. But we're going farther than just mindfulness. We're going to heartfulness. When you put your hand on your heart, and this is with anything, right? If ever somebody's telling you things, if you put your hand on your heart, you'll feel it like, ooh, this doesn't feel right. Ooh, this feels interesting, but I'm scared. Again, fear will stop you doing things, and fear is not a reason not to go after something. But sometimes you're like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't know why I'm uncomfortable. Sometimes because it's not meant to be for us. You're like, something tells me, this is not for me. Okay, you don't force it. But you may be like, oh, I don't know. I'm worried. What if people are going to be looking at me and all that? So there's the fear. Fear will not get you anywhere. Focus on your heart, saying, do you want to go to the gym? Do you want to go walking? Do you want to go hiking? God, yes, I do. And take the steps toward that. So I really hope this brought in a bit more of a holistic way of bringing that change of embodying your best self. Embodying your best self, your highest self, not comparing with anybody else. You being the best that you can be for you. This is what this life is about. And we talked a lot about, getting that scale in terms of 0 to 10, better understand where you are on the pillars, bringing that mindfulness into your heart. But as well, it's making sure that you are nourishing your body according to what it needs. We'll talk about that in another training. Making sure that you are creating that movement in your body because your body needs to be oxygenated. Being able to rewire those beliefs that no longer serves you. All that is part of embodying your best self. And it all starts with taking a hard look to where you are right now and where you want to be. That's what we talked about yesterday. Today we're talking about that mindfulness, heartfulness, like being that present moment to get more clarity of who you want to be and who you are. It's in you, and creating those steps. And then we're going to be growing and evolving according to what we're talking about in this week's training and this week's course. So I would love to know, from the 7 pillars that were shared, what is the first one you're going to want to focus on this week? What are the words that came up? What is that vision? What is that goal? And what are the 3 things you can do to make that a reality right here, right now, today? Not next week, not next month, today. We can all take 5 minutes in our day today to take that step forward of breaking up with the past, enjoying the present moment to create a clear and amazing future. So keep me posted which pillar you're going to work on next week, and I cannot wait to see you in the next training. And again, if you have any questions, any comments, post them right below. And you might be seeing like I'm talking a lot about embodying your best self, because really this is that I feel like what we all need to kind of create this synergy with ourselves to better know how to eat for our body, to live our best life on our own terms, and to be able to accomplish anything that we want. And it's been embodying, really being the essence of your best self on a daily basis. And we're not talking about perfection. We're talking about creating that change every single day that you are taking care of you. And something coming up amazing in September regarding to that. So I'm going to share that a little bit later on because I'm still fine tuning it. But I am going to be leading 10 amazing women through an amazing transformation program that I've never done yet so far. And it's going to be like what you're getting a glimpse of now is like a glimpse of what we're going to be diving into the full-on amazing transformational program. So embody your best self. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But today I want to know which pillar is going to be most important to you today that you want to work on this week. And if you want any more guided meditations, comment below and I'll send you the free access to some amazing meditations I did for my private clients. So on that note, I wish you a beautiful and a balanced day, and I'll see you in the next training.